Welcome back to the AG Chelsea TV channel. In this morning video, we'll find out the latest news about Chelsea FC last night. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update from my channel. Chelsea react to protests. The Daily Mail report that the club are convinced that their current approach is the right path to restoring Chelsea's former glory and won't be making any knee-jerk changes in response to the backlash. It's thought that, for now, their focus remains on getting the team back into the Champions League next season, which is a goal they believe will mark the beginning of a return to success. The protests came before Chelsea's 4-0 thrashing of relegation strugglers. Southampton, Pedro Neto and Levi Colwill appeared to cup their ears in celebration of their goals, which did not go down well with supporters online. Since taking over Chelsea in 2022, the club's owners have poured over £1 billion into new signings. Yet silverware has remained an issue. The lack of success has only fueled frustration among fans, and that anger boiled over in a heated protest. Supporters made their feelings unmistakably clear with banners, chants, and pointed messages aimed directly at the club's hierarchy. One sign bluntly read, "We're not Arsenal, win or fuck off," while another branded the ownership an outright failure. A particularly scathing poster, titled "Clear Off," listed grievances against Todd Boehly, while another simply declared, "You're destroying our club." The atmosphere outside Stamford Bridge was filled with the sound of furious chants, including "We want our Chelsea back," as some supporters even invoked the name of former owner Roman Abramovich. Longing for the success of his era, one fan took their frustration a step further, waving fake money in front of a cartoon of Boehly, mocking his ties to Vivid Seats, a US ticket resale platform accused of price gouging. Another banner summed up the sentiment of the protest in bold letters, "Blue Co stop killing Chelsea, get out of our club." Boehly must finally axe Chelsea flop. Chelsea returned to fourth in the Premier League for the time being, after beating Southampton 4-0 at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday night, with goals coming from Christopher Nkunku, Pedro Neto, Levi Colwill and Marc Cucurella. They also kept their first clean sheet in the Premier League since December 22nd, when they drew 0-0 with Everton at Goodison Park. The Blues have conceded 36 goals in 27 games so far this season. Despite only facing 7 shots against the Saints, they did create 2 big chances with their 2 shots on target, generating 0.72 xG and forcing Chelsea's new shot stopper into action. Philip Jorgensen was signed in the summer by Chelsea, joining from Villarreal for a fee of around £20.7 million. Since arriving, the 22-year-old has been the number 2 keeper, making 17 appearances so far for the Blues, most of which have come in cup competitions, conceding 18 goals in total and keeping 6 clean sheets. However, in recent weeks, thanks to the poor form of Robert Sanchez, Jorgensen has been made Chelsea number 1 according to Enzo which has seen him start the previous 4 Premier League fixtures against West Ham, Brighton, Aston Villa and Southampton. Whilst Jorgensen did make a big mistake of his own against Villa, he has clearly done enough to earn the trust of Maresca for the time being, both on the ball and making important saves, which will allow the Italian to fully axe one of their worst performers this campaign. Since Sanchez joined Chelsea back in 2023 for a fee of around £25 million, the 27-year-old has made 43 appearances for the Blues, conceding 59 goals in total and only keeping 9 clean sheets, totaling 3,864 minutes played. When comparing both Sanchez and Jorgensen's underlying numbers so far this season, the 22-year-old shot stopper comes out on top, making more saves despite having fewer shots taken against him, conceding fewer goals, and even having a higher pass completion. Having the ability to play short-circuit passes around the back to attract the opposition press is very important to Maresca's system, and the fact Jorgensen is doing it without making the same mistakes as Sanchez, or at least to a much lesser degree, is another positive sign for the Blues. With Jorgensen now Chelsea's number 1, it is in his hands to make that position his own, keeping Sanchez out of the fray and finally allowing Maresca to settle on one goalkeeper, with Sanchez's future potentially now lying elsewhere. Chelsea receive Victor Gyokeres transfer boost. Chelsea have been given a transfer lift as Barcelona have decided against moving for coveted striker Victor Gyokeres this summer. As per a report, Gyokeres has hit new heights since swapping Coventry City for Sporting CP in July 2023. The centre-forward has notched 78 goals in 87 appearances for Sporting so far, with 35 of those goals coming this season alone. Gyokeres is arguably the most sought-after number 9 in the world right now, as a host of top clubs are searching for a deadly goalscorer like him. Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, Barcelona and Real Madrid are just some of the teams thought to be monitoring Gyokeres' situation. Chelsea would love to add Gyokeres to their starting 11 as a replacement for Nicolas Jackson, and according to an update from Catalan source Sport, there is now a greater chance of that happening. Barca have ended their chase for the Sweden star. Despite his incredible scoring feats, Barca sporting director Deco has resultantly ended all striker pursuits, of which Gyokeres was among the main targets. It is a risky strategy given the fact Lewandowski is now 36 years old. However, Barca feel the decision is justified by Lewandowski's own performances, which have been excellent this campaign. Lewandowski has found the back of the net 33 times in 36 matches so far, which has deeply impressed Deco along with Barca head coach Hansi Flick. Of course, Barca will need to land a new striker at some stage in the next 2 years, as Lewandowski will not be able to keep up those levels forever. Gyokeres will have moved to a different elite club by then, but Barca know there will be another lethal striker they can sign when the time is right. Real Madrid target offered to Chelsea. Chelsea have been offered a Real Madrid transfer target by intermediaries, but Enzo Maresca's side will face a very stern battle as the hotly contested race for his signature heats up ahead of the summer window. The West Londoners sealed a much-needed Premier League win with their convincing 4-0 thrashing of Southampton at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday evening, with goals from Christopher Nkunku, Pedro Neto, Levi Colwill and Marc Cucurella rounding off a superb display. Maresca was attracting serious criticism in the build-up to their clash with the Saints, and supporters were pictured protesting Blue Echo's ownership just before kick-off. But these 3 points will ease some pressure surrounding the club as Chelsea solidify their chase for Champions League qualification. According to information from reporter Graham Bailey's sources, it is believed that Chelsea have been offered Huijsen by intermediaries, who are pushing to find suitors for the Spaniard ahead of next season. The 19-year-old's exceptional performances alongside Ilya Zabani at the heart of Bournemouth's backline have also placed Huijsen on Real Madrid's radar, with fellow European big hitters Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen also keen on him. Alongside Chelsea, it is claimed that the teenage defender's camp have contacted Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, Aston Villa and Newcastle United. A move for him is made all the more tempting by his widely reported £50 million release clause, which is set to become active this summer, so we can expect a lot of competition for his signature. And that's the end of today's video. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update from my channel.